One.
And we're back. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. I'm your host, BKP. I don't have no audio. I have my audio now.
Of course, I've already checked. I got a little
You
green
checked?
light in there. You've had a hard day standing up. I mean, it's time for you to
Well, I
sit
like
down
it. Time
and
to
go
sit down.
green light for a while.
Sit down and go green. And we're back. Good morning from the office. I'm your host,
morning, everybody.
BKP, and I'm here with George.
from
I'll get to who you are. You know I'm all worked
You're
up.
wasting time.
You know I'm all
We
worked
gotta
up this
bring you
morning,
down.
right?
We got to bring you down. Let's get to
Let's relax a little bit,
boring
right?
national politics. Did you get the email I sent you yesterday from an admirer of mine, friend of mine? Keith, I want to thank you for watching out there and for sending on fetchnews.com TV to your friends and neighbors.
Yes.
It might turn out one of these days to be real. I might even make some money.
And you know what? I enjoyed that. And let people know, George, let people know, you can watch this at home later. Lonnie, can you show that picture of this morning? This is, a viewer sent me this picture last night. They are watching on their big screen in the living room. You can watch this on your TV. So a lot of people think, can you just watch this on the computer? No, that's on the big screen TV.
They have Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
system
we
in the
shoot
house.
HD quality. You can watch this. You go to YouTube later in the day. Our icon at the top says YouTube. You go there and you click on that and you'll find our videos and you can watch our show at any time. George, we have the lovely backdrop of the city of Atlanta this morning. Appreciate the guys for doing that. You know what? I'm going to tell you something very unusual.
Again?
George, I'm not paying a lot of attention. I am paying attention, but I'm not all worked up over the politics right now. This morning between 6 and 7, I watch MSNBC. I watch Morning Joe. I do, just to hear.
He used to be a Republican.
Used to be a Republican. Used to be a conservative.
He's gone so far to the left.
He used to be a human. I don't know what planet he's from now.
What's his viewer rating like?
Well, they spent a solid hour. Basically, Trump's campaign is over. It's through. Even Joe said, Scarborough said it's through. It's over. There's no coming back. And they are determining it's over. But I, for one, do not believe it's over. I believe Trump will win. I still believe it will be a landslide. And I do not think in no way whatsoever Hillary Clinton stands a chance.
Absolutely. Every time Trump goes to a rally, 10,000 or more people show up. 20,000 at his latest one. 4,000 show up for Hillary Clinton. And they can't
In
even fill
August,
up.
Joe Scarborough had the nerve. I'm glad you brought that up because Joe Scarborough had the nerve to say, well, he keeps taunting rallies. Well, Mitt Romney was getting 35,000. Mitt Romney had big rallies 2 and 3 weeks before the election. This is August. This is, put all the things in the indicators here. This is August. It's 100 degrees outside. People are standing in line for this guy.
Yep.
I mean, all the above. You know, what is the old saying? If one person writes a letter, like if you're an advertiser and they would say, if one person writes a letter, 15 others out there feel the same way. So if you went to the mailbox and you got a letter out, right, and somebody took the time to write that, advertisers say, oh my God, there must be 15 out there that feel the same way, right?
Yep.
That's so let's use that as an example. If 15,000 people are sitting in the hot sun to get into these crowded rooms that are very hot once you're shoulder to shoulder, right? And you're in there and it's hot and you have to stand and wait 2 hours before he gets there or you won't get in. Put all that together to hear Donald Trump. There's something going on in August.
That's a voter base.
There's something going on, right?
That's people who want to vote.
And they're going to go home and work for him and they're going to tell their neighbor, and that's what we're going to have.
The media is working overtime telling us that Trump has lost it. He's out of control.
Yes.
He's not out of control. He has absolute control over his message, and he's not allowing the GOP to dictate to him what his message will be because they've already lost. The GOP lost the base. That's why Trump is the candidate. That's why Trump is the candidate. And he knows what the formula is. He's a master showman, among other things. He's got it. He understands it.
Well, let me ask you a question. First of all, you hit a home run yesterday. Oh my God, I said that, and people are going to send in and say, but anyhow, no, you did. When you were talking about the debates, they have turned that around. They come out this morning and Morning Joe had said that Donald Trump may not show up for the debates. They are trying to play that angle that Trump may not show up for the debates.
Well, he'll be there.
He'll be there.
He'll be there and ready to go.
Ready to go. But what's more important? Now listen to this. What's more important to the voters? Seeing Hillary's health records or Donald Trump's tax records?
No, Hillary's health records.
I think
she fell down again yesterday.
I think she's sick. I think she's sick. There's a lot of discussion. Now, this comes from US News and World Report. Hillary's health, conspiracy or concern? Hillary Clinton has been making speeches, traveling the country, making speeches, raising money, and launching very serious criticisms against Republican Trump as she mounts a typical exhausting presidential election. Okay, there's a lot of discussion out there that she has health issues. I think the American people need to see her medical records. Do you?
Well, they need to see it. They need to know. They need to know. I mean, when she has fallen down, she's bumped her head, she's broken an elbow, all from falling down, of course. The next thing we'll know is she'll fall down and break her hip. This is what that happens to old ladies who don't take care of themselves. Yes, people need to know.
George.
People need to know. It's the truth.
I think the health records are very important, and I think maybe she has an illness, and I think maybe the American people need to know that, and need to know that what if she cannot keep up the pace Donald Trump is keeping up. Can
you imagine the horror if she is elected president and then dies? Tim Kaine playing the harmonica for American people? He's a harmonica player.
Yeah, I understand.
Can you imagine that? Shocking. Shocking.
Donald Trump's not a globalist. We're going to find out in detail his foreign policy comments. I, for one, agree with about everything he's saying, but you brought this up yesterday. Can you continue with this a little more? Kingdom of Soros, influence world with refugee crisis. Obama is a globalist pushed in American heartland. Why won't the media tell us about George Soros? Tell us a little bit about recap a little bit yesterday of what you were talking about.
The email dump from Wikipedia or WikiLeaks, the Julian Assange, it revealed one email where George Soros is directly telling Hillary Clinton, when she was Secretary of State, about a situation in Albania that needed to be corrected. She needed to correct it. He gave her 3 choices of people to select for an arbitrator for the European Union, to represent the European Union in talks trying to solve the Albanian political situation, whatever it was. So the evidence is there in black and white that she is involved, or her master is George Soros telling her what to do. Well, it's probably also true for Barack Obama.
Sorry, George. My apologies for that. I'm trying to look up a story while you're...
Look at a paragraph I run up. Soros has long been accused of being a puppet master, manipulating world affairs and markets for his own benefit. However, this is the first time any forensic evidence of him issuing orders to a senior government official, Hillary, to meddle in the affairs of a sovereign state, Albania, has been exposed. What are we listening to?
I was pulling up a story I was going to show you on Soros, but there was an audio comes up on a video there that I apologize for. So I don't mean to be rude.
Let me finish my comment.
Go ahead, finish that.
Both Obama and Clinton have long been George Soros puppets, this article claims, and George Soros doesn't care about the United States. He cares about a one world government. There will be a series of links later with dozens of stories most Hillary voters have never heard of, largely because it's Soros and his globalist buddies who own our media and see to it that people get as little information as possible. Now, one world government, that brings me to a new situation that is occurring right now in this world. The country of Haiti, having gone through a serious earthquake, is now going through a serious drought. People are dying. Even our radio stations now have a Haiti fund, and they want people to provide money to help feed Haitians. Haiti is a country of no value to the world, and the people in it produce nothing of any value to the world. A one world government, you would never hear about this from a one world government, and Haiti would be allowed to starve to death, the Haitians, just like Stalin did to the Uzbeks and the proletariat in the Ukraine back in his day. He starved them all to death, millions of people. The Democrats, the progressives, they're all in for abortion, Planned Parenthood, and all of that. That's just the tip of the iceberg to what they want to do to control the world population. And when droughts present themselves, perfect opportunity to close down the media and just let it die.
Trump said yesterday he will continue to keep Gitmo, Guantanamo Bay, open. The president has released 15 prisoners at Guantanamo Bay Detention Center. Were sent to the United Arab Emirates. We're going to take a brief break. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. If you'd like to sponsor our show, 706-889-9700, or if you would like to get your commercial on our show, you can get us at chief@fetchernews.com or just get your ad on Fetcher News. So we're going to take a break. We come back. We're going to go through our sponsors and thank them, and then we'll wrap up our day.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Sheriff Dane Kirby, and I'll stand up for you.
I'm Stacy Nicholson, Sheriff of Gilmer County, and I will stand up for you.
Stand up and speak out. No matter how rich, cool, talented you believe yourself to be, how you treat people ultimately tells all. I am Allison Sosby, District Attorney, and I'll stand up for you.
While the best athletes gather to compete, the rest of us gather to eat. Pizza Hut's Big Flavor Dipper is here. Almost 2 feet of pizza with 4 flavorful dipping sauces. Big enough to feed the whole team for a small price, just $12.99. The Big Flavor Dipper Pizza, only at Pizza Hut.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
The 50-50 sale is back at Schottenkirk Ford. 50 trucks must go in the next 50 hours. Shop over 250 trucks in stock and starting as low as $79.95. And there's several more on the lot just like it. Yes, 50 trucks must go. And not just Fords. We have all the best makes and models. You have 50 hours to cash in on huge savings. Don't miss our 50-50 sales event at Schottenkirk Ford in Jasper. Online at SchottenkirkFordJasper.com.
El Rey and Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey and Ellijay.
The summer sell down is on at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. And if you like to save, the time is now. Get a brand new Chevy Malibu for just $19,700. Loaded Silverado Crew Cab LT, just $33,500. Or a new 2017 Equinox from just $23,700. Days has bonus savings on every new Chevy. But time is running out. Don't miss the summer sell down at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Introducing Pizza Hut's first $5 flavor menu. Just $5 each when you order 2 or more. Say yes to a medium one-topping pizza. Yes to Wing Street Wings. Yes to new stuffed garlic knots. And much more. It's easy to say yes to our first ever $5 flavor menu. Only at Pizza Hut.
Hey, and I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I'm here with George. George is here Monday through Friday with me from 9 to 10. If he's not out traveling, I've enjoyed all your pictures traveling. And you know who's traveling today? Edna and Oscar Poole.
Well, they're in Alaska, aren't they?
No, they went out to Seattle. And they're traveling back today to visit their son. And I think I'm going to have Oscar on the show Thursday for a couple minutes just to say hello. Is that their son in
Dallas or their son here?
No, Seattle. He's in Seattle.
Oh, they got a son in Seattle.
They got a son in Seattle. Yes. Let me run through, I hate to say quickly, but let me thank several of our sponsors. Days Chevrolet, located in Jasper. Circuit World, promotional code FetcherNews.com. The shops of Sycamore Crossing, we up there in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge. The Vault is coming soon. If you're driving by L&L Beanery and say, what's going on there? Nathan Fitz, the new owner, is remodeling there, and the Vault is coming soon. We will be there on opening day. We'll be there, FetcherNews.com. Salon 84 Hair and Color, West Church Street in Jasper. Make your appointment today, 706-253-9876. And Clock Tower Gifts and Boutique, located in Jasper, Schottenkirk Ford on the southbound side of 515 there in Jasper. Thank you very much. Now, George, 15, there's a list, and I can't get to all of them. The Obama administration announced the single largest transfer of Guantanamo Bay. They're already accusing Trump of, he will be guilty of war crimes, he'll be guilty of this and guilty of that. These are the people that every time you even said Obama did something that may be illegal or against his authorities of the executive branch, we're screaming, oh my God, how dare you say this? But they're already saying Trump's going to break all these laws. Do you believe we should release these people, number one? And two, are you okay with they went to the United Arab Emirates, the single largest 15?
Well, no and no. But what they're complaining, the media complaining, is a storm in a teacup, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Nobody listens to him anymore. Trump, what they claim are outrageous remarks roll off of the other people's ears. They still show up in the thousands of these rallies, in the multiple thousands at these rallies. Their message is dying, and it's falling on deaf ears. Nobody cares. Now, yes, I think they should not be releasing those people who go out and kill Americans again or become seasoned generals or whatever commanders in the ISIS fight. But you know, they have a lot of problems of their own. These guys have been in prison for a long time. Maybe some of them don't want to fight again, but being Muslims, they will. There's a lot of ways to solve the ISIS problem, but turning terrorists loose is not one of them.
Perjury charges against Hillary Clinton. Do you think
They're not going to go anywhere.
Nothing happens to Hillary Clinton
nothing.
until after the election?
It's a storm in a teacup, a storm in a teacup, and it's to take our eyes off the ball. It is absolutely designed to razzle and dazzle us with our right hand, while the left hand is stabbing us in the back.
So you think that Trump? How do you feel Trump stands right now in the election? Do you feel confident? Are you shaken in any way whatsoever of any reports you hear?
I'm not going to lose sleep over it. As you mentioned earlier, we're still 90 days out. This is still mid-August. November the 8th is the election. And this woman has as much capability to self-destruct as Trump does, but Trump is smarter than the average bear. He really is. I can't fathom his plan. I think sometimes that he does make gaffes, but so do you.
Hey.
Oh, so do me. I'm sorry.
So yeah, you didn't.
So do we.
No, I don't think Trump has any concern. I don't think people are paying attention to the election yet. I think the media is trying to end him and knows this is the only month and the only chance they have.
I have
this
one
is
concern.
it.
I have one concern.
What is your concern?
That's the GOP publicly dropping away from supporting Trump. He hasn't brought the GOP aboard along with him. And that's either a sign of two things: is if he wins, it's going to be a complete transfusion of the GOP, or if he loses, we're going to be stuck with those corrupt criminals for another decade.
Well, I will say this now. I scheduled this. August is the recess. Okay, your Congress isn't recessed. Okay, that is why they know now, right now, is the only chance they have to take Trump down. August is their month. You don't do it in August. September, I'm telling you, first debate game is over. It's over. One debate, it is over. Okay?
You still think there's going to be a debate?
If Hillary not showing up will be a forfeit, period. The American people deserve, require, request, demand a debate between their candidates. Mm-hmm. They do.
Agree.
The American
I agree.
people.
Yep.
The American people will not settle for a candidate wanting to be Commander-in-Chief, President of the United States. They will not settle for not hearing them debate. Won't happen. I mean, if it does not happen, they won't settle for it.
Can't disagree with that.
Second, after that, it's over. So they know August is all they have. They only have August to destroy the guy. That's it. I'll tell you, as soon as September hits, I mean, they're saying he's down 10 in Pennsylvania. 10? Okay, big deal.
They're counting Philadelphia.
Yeah, they're down there in Philadelphia. Now, here's what they said. Here's what they said, and they leave the little caveat. They were talking about the Philadelphia and the counties around Philadelphia, and they said unless he wins Western Pennsylvania out around Pittsburgh big, I think he will win around the Pittsburgh, the Allegheny County, the I forget the county north of there, the county surrounding there. He will win those enormously by Democrats. He will win enormously there in Western Pennsylvania because and there is population around that Pittsburgh area, that Washington, PA area, out west of Harrisburg once you start out 76 towards the Ohio line. Because let me tell you something. Romney did not win that because the people of Western Pennsylvania, let me say this, that drink Steel City beer, I'm just telling you, the Steel City beer.
Out of aluminum cans.
Yeah, out of aluminum cans and Rolling Rock, Latrobe, Pennsylvania, that still drink Rolling Rock beer and Steel City beer and say, cuz, those guys will vote for Donald Trump, but they did not see the appeal in Mitt Romney. He will win that demographic out in Western Pennsylvania that didn't vote for Romney. They didn't vote for Romney. They never got the feel, okay? Romney had this nice hair, okay? And he stood up straight and he said all these, his grammar, he just had it, and those people out there, they like a candidate that they don't know if the hair is real or not. That's the major discussion around the bar. They kind of like the guy. When you get done, they kind of like the guy. They're going to vote for Donald Trump. I'm not making a joke out of Western Pennsylvania. Those guys, those ladies will vote for Donald Trump out west because they actually really feel he wants to bring jobs and industry back to this country. Right?
Can't argue against it.
That's where I'm at on it. That's exactly where I'm at. I'm not concerned. Pennsylvania down 10 points. I'm not concerned about it at all. I don't think twice about it. I think they're going to be shocked by, they say that only dumb white people, raise my hand, dumb white people, the college educated, George, will not vote for Trump. Why is that? Why do they keep saying the college-educated white males?
Oh, well, because the college-educated have been educated by liberals in colleges to think liberalism.
So, whites that have a college education.
Another good reason to purge all these colleges and universities that function on public funds of the liberalism. It might come.
Well, I will tell you this. Tomorrow I'm going to find out because I'm going to have Congressman Doug Collins here for an hour from 8 to 9 tomorrow. And our segment, for those out there, I've gotten some messages. Our segment's been set up for quite some time. And I do understand, to our viewers out there, you do want to ask your congressman about votes and about hard issues. But every once in a while, you got to back up and get to know the congressman that's representing you. So we're going to spend a good portion of our time tomorrow getting to know your congressman, and that's going to be the strength and the majority of our time. But I am going to ask him seriously, sitting right here as close as you are, if Republicans are on board. I'm going to ask him if Republicans are on board with Donald Trump, because I believe it's only the media. I don't think Republicans are not on board. I think they're on board.
Well, Republicans returned Doug Collins to Congress.
I think Republicans are on. I think Congress, Senate, I think they're on board. And I want to hear that from him, that they're on board. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a brief break. When we come back, George is going to share his final thoughts. And then Oscar Poole's going to have his inspirational moments. And don't forget, Scott Farrell Show at 10 a.m. this morning. You want to stay tuned for that. We'll be back after these brief messages.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Sheriff Dane Kirby, and I'll stand up for you.
I'm Stacy Nicholson, Sheriff of Gilmer County, and I will stand up for you.
Stand up and speak out. No matter how rich, cool, talented you believe yourself to be, how you treat people ultimately tells all. I am Allison Sosby, District Attorney, and I'll stand up for you.
While the best athletes gather to compete, the rest of us gather to eat. Pizza Hut's Big Flavor Dipper is here. Almost 2 feet of pizza with 4 flavorful dipping sauces. Big enough to feed the whole team for a small price, just $12.99. The Big Flavor Dipper Pizza, only at Pizza Hut.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
The 50-50 sale is back at Shattenkirk Ford. 50 trucks must go in the next 50 hours. Shop over 250 trucks in stock and starting as low as $79.95. And there's several more on the lot just like it. Yes, 50 trucks must go. And not just Fords. We have all the best makes and models. You have 50 hours to cash in on huge savings. Don't miss our 50-50 sales event at Shattenkirk Ford in Jasper. Online at ShattenkirkFordJasper.com.
El Rey and Elijah.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey and Elijah.
The summer sell down is on at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. And if you like to save, the time is now. Get a brand new Chevy Malibu for just $19,700. Loaded Silverado Crew Cab LT, just $33,500. Or a new 2017 Equinox from just $23,700. Days has bonus savings on every new Chevy. But time is running out. Don't miss the summer sell down at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Introducing Pizza Hut's first $5 flavor menu. Just $5 each when you order 2 or more. Say yes to a medium one-topping pizza. Yes to Wing Street Wings. Yes to new stuffed garlic knots. And much more. It's easy to say yes to our first ever $5 flavor menu. Only at Pizza Hut.
And we're back. Before we go into George's final thoughts, let me again thank our sponsors. And if you'd like to be a sponsor of our show, please get in touch with us today. Get your commercial on our programming, FYN TV, or get an ad on FetcherNews.com. We want to thank the 1907. Go down to the 1907, located off the square in LJ, and have lunch today. North Georgia Diamond, located in the East LJ Walmart Shopping Center. The promotional code is FetcherNews.com. Tell them at North Georgia Diamond you heard their name on Good Morning from the Office, FetcherNews.com. LJ Fitness. LJ Fitness is located at 379 River Street, LJ, and that is 706-636-2348. Messrs. Orchards, 515, take a left on Highway 5, down a mile on the left. That's in Fannin County, Messrs. Orchards. And Blue Ridge Ace Hardware. We want to give a shout out to Blue Ridge Ace Hardware. They got everything once you walk through those doors, but check out their Amish furniture. George, share some final thoughts with us today.
Well, we're talking about Trump and his problems, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Still under attack. The new version of Republican no-see-ums just can't seem to wrap their minds around the changes coming to the GOP a la Donald Trump, who is forcing wholesale changes in policy, leadership, management, and new ideas, doing the things the old GOP has declined or refused to do since Ronald Reagan. He has the base. The GOP doesn't. For example, Susan Collins, the unremarkable Republican senator from Maine, when asked why she won't support Trump, said, quote, "Trump does not reflect historic Republican values." Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? The GOP, in its decades-long slide into obscurity, only finding succor and safety and get along with the Democrat socialists, long ago abandoned historic core Republican values. Continuing, Collins said, quote, "Nor the inclusive approach to governing that is critical to healing the divisions of our country." Now that second part of her sentence is simply nonsense. Whenever I hear a politician use the word inclusive, I'm 75% sure they have accepted the Democrat platform or are simply 25% simply too stupid or too afraid to defend core Republican values. Go along to get along? Well, that's simply a safety net. Senator Collins specifically cited Trump's alleged mocking of a disabled reporter. That was nonsense. Trump's claims against the Mexican-American judge in the Trump University case, and his criticism of Humayun Khan's parents as reasons to reject him. Humayun Khan was an army captain, that Muslim, who was killed in the war about 5 years ago. There will be, quote, there will be no new Donald Trump, just the same candidate who will slash and burn and trample anything and anyone he perceives as being in his way or an easy scapegoat. Well, that's good. This is what the base has been waiting for, a new Republican, think conservative constitutional party. The old party is corrupt and needs to be replaced, or it will be replaced. About 70 GOP elites believe, like Collins, even to the point of demanding that the Republican National Committee Chairman Reince Priebus cease funding Trump's campaign. Actually, they have never seen anything like this in their lives and don't really know how to handle rejection. So they are afraid. They're very afraid. Well, neither have we. And for one, I'm delighted that we have a candidate who stands up and speaks his mind. I'll be concerned when those old GOP members show up with haggots of firewood and a stake. In his Detroit economic speech, Trump flies in the face of the desires of the Wall Street bankers. He knows these people very well. He plans to renegotiate or abandon trade agreements that are inimical to America's best interests. A forward-looking trade policy which refused to pander to protectionist fears would acknowledge that many manufacturing jobs aren't coming back, his detractors say, and would focus instead on transitioning workers or to new or thriving industries. That means more unskilled foreigners coming here to work, like we need more. More importantly, Trump did what Republican base have generally been asking him to do for weeks: attack Clinton's policies, which are Obama's, and set forth some serious ones of his own. Well, he did. His economic speech was sound, rich in policy, calling for less regulation and fewer taxes, indeed bringing America's overseas businesses back to these shores because they have been driven away by onerous Obama tax schemes. Their return will add trillions to the base economy, provide increased employment for Americans, and will get Americans moving again. Other problems exist and will have to be addressed. It is true that Trump, but neither has Hillary, mentioned Social Security or Medicare, but they will have to sooner or later. I'm only hopeful that the Clinton Foundation will succumb at last to the New York corruption probe now underway there. But don't bet on it. That's my thoughts for the day.
Thank you very much, George. I appreciate it. Hillary, don't measure the drapes so fast. Don't send the team in to see, you already know you stole the drapes, so you don't need to measure for them. You and your husband stole about everything you could in the White House when you left, but, we understand.
She still have the drapes, you reckon?
I think she does.
Oh,
I think she's wearing them.
She
I've
won't
seen her the last 5 pantsuits she's had on look like she stole the drapes from somewhere. Oh, wow. Anyhow, that being said, George, get out. A great blast. The drapes. Hillary, don't steal the drapes. Don't measure for them so fast. We got just a couple minutes here. They have August, folks. They have August. That's it. When I say they, Donald Trump is correct about the crooked media. Here at FetcherNews.com, good morning from the office. Our show here on our national side, we are dedicated to bring you the truth. We are starting to assemble this great staff, and I just enjoy so much working with each and every one of them. If you'd like to be a part of helping doing research on stories so we can continue to bring information out there, you get in touch with me. If you'd like to be a reporter for FetcherNews.com or Team F. Wayne Sports, get in touch with me. But Clinton announces transition leadership should she win. Folks, they are doing everything to create and manipulate you into thinking, that it's over. There's no use. They've only got the window of August. They're putting out that their poll numbers are so high, they're pulling advertising out of certain states. No, they're not pulling it out of certain states because it's so high. If you listen to the media this morning, they'll tell you they're doing so well in some of these states, they're pulling advertising. And they'll tell you it's unprecedented that in August that you're winning by so much in the polls that you're comfortable enough to pull advertising. Let me tell you why they're pulling advertising on some states. Because their internal polling that you don't see, their internal concerns that you don't know about, is they're going to have to direct some of that advertising to some battleground states that they know are being lied about, that you're being lied to today, that are not in play. That's exactly right. They're going to divert that funding to some states that they have to have, that Donald Trump is, I'm going to predict to you today, in my map, we'll talk about it again next week, that Donald Trump will win Pennsylvania. Watch and see. But right now, it's an all-out assault on you and your ability to understand the truth, George. It's an all-out assault this month to convince people it's over. That is the game plan in August by this campaign. It is over.
And they keep tripping over their own statistics.
Clinton announces transition leadership should she win in November. U.S. Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton campaign on Tuesday named a leadership lineup to her transition team, which will prepare the way should she win November's election. Ken Salazar, previously both a Secretary of Interior and Colorado Senator, will chair the team. Known formally as Clinton Kaine Transition Project, for Clinton, he is running mate Tim Kaine of Virginia. Okay, the list goes on of who is on the team. Here's what they leave out, and the media will not run. Trump has to create a transition team. Okay, they're going to lead with Hillary's doing so well. This is what they want you to believe, that Hillary's doing so well that there's a nonprofit organization out there that does nothing but coordinate transition. And at this time, I seen the guy's interview a couple weeks ago.
What group is that?
I forget the name, but we'll find it. But it's a group that you have to do that works to make the transition. Okay, I'll get the name for tomorrow. But the point I'm making is, I seen his interview with Chris Wallace a couple weeks ago. They have to, both campaigns have to provide transition names. So Trump has done the same thing, but they're going to make it look like she's doing it because she's going to win.
That's for background.
You understand?
Yeah, sure.
I'm your host, BKP. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Stay tuned for the Scott Farrell Show and Inspirational Moments with Oscar Poole. And tomorrow we'll have Congressman Doug Collins, okay? So we have Congressman Doug Collins in here tomorrow. You'll be here at 9.
Yes, of course.
Don't be late.
Am I late? Have I ever been late?
There's always that chance. That's why I'm saying tomorrow.
Just don't fall down and break your hip.
All right. Well, don't break my hip. Well, I'm not one of those little old. You said little old ladies break their hip. That wasn't
Your hair's
nice.
getting gray like
Huh?
mine. Your hair's getting gray like mine too. So
Tomorrow morning,
we have to be careful.
8 a.m. Good morning from the office, and part 3 will be Thursday. So tune in for part 3. Judge Brenda Weaver, publisher Mark Tomlinson, District Attorney B. Allison Sosby, and Attorney Russell Stuckey. That's part 3. I'm out of here. Scott Farrell at 10 o'clock, but now our inspirational moments with our good friend, dear Oscar Poole. Safe travels home, and our thoughts and prayers to Senator David Perdue as his mother, 90 years old, passed. Our thoughts and prayers to our Senator David Perdue. Take us out of there. How come you don't ride a motorcycle anymore?
I have to go collect a rug today.
Welcome to Spotlight USA and the Oscar Poole Show. Listen now as Oscar brings hope and inspiration to the lives of everyday Americans. The program is produced in the studios of WMCW 97.7 FM in Astor. Heard on AstorCommunityRadio.us and FetchYourNews.com.
Hello, everyone. This is Oscar Poole right here in the studios of WMCW-FM in Astor, Florida, and also broadcasting on FYN-TV, FetchYourNews.com in Ellijay, Georgia, in the mountains of North Georgia, and I'm down here on the banks of the St. Johns River, and we're trying to bring the two together digitally, if I can say that word. Today I want to talk about the effects of emotions on your health. The effects of emotions on your health. Let me begin with a Bible verse. Since I am a past tense preacher, I'll preach a little today. A good report, I'm quoting scripture now, a good report from a far country makes the bones fat. Analyze that. That's scientific. That's right now in the 21st century. Good talking, positive report. A good report from somewhere, from a far country, makes your bones, where the health occurs, fat. There are several more emotions. Let me tell you what they are. Anger weakens the liver. Grief weakens the lungs. Worry weakens your stomach. Stress weakens your heart and your brain. You can't think right when you have stress. Fear weakens your kidneys. You see the effects of your emotions on your health? Love, here's that beautiful four-lettered word, brings peace. That sounds so good. Love brings peace and harmony. It strengthens your mind. You can think right, and your body. Now, laughter, even to the point of being silly, reduces stress, and smile spreads happiness. You might call this a recipe for good living. Let me repeat quickly. Anger weakens the liver. You might make a list of this. Grief weakens the lungs where you breathe. Worry weakens your stomach. Stress weakens your heart and brain. You can't think right. Fear weakens your kidneys. But love brings peace and harmony and strengthens your mind and body. And laughter. Let me give you a little joke. Do you know what Eve's last name was? Eve in the Bible. What was Eve's last name? Think just a moment. I can tell you it was Ning. Eve Ning. I could add to that, what was her nationality? Chinese. Ning sounds Chinese, so I just made it up. Eve Ning. Ning is her last name. I'm being silly. That will make your immune system, makes mine. I'm happy and free and loving. I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Yes, the effects of your emotions on your health have a great deal to do with the quality of life. This is Oscar Poole. Peace. I leave with you this day and always. So long. Until next time.
You've been listening to Oscar Poole, America's voice of reason and hope. Tune in the same time next week on WMCW 97.7 Eastern Time. The program is heard globally on the internet on AstorCommunityRadio.us and from East Ellijay, Georgia on FetchYourNews.com.